What's the first thing you think of when you hear Area 51? I bet it's little green men, flying saucers, and top-secret government cover-ups. Right. For decades, this mysterious patch of Nevada desert has been the epicenter of UFO lore. But what if I told you the real story of Area 51 is even more fascinating than any alien conspiracy theory? Today, we're going to peel back the layers of secrecy and uncover the incredible and very human history of this legendary base. Forget the aliens for a moment. We're diving into a world of Cold War espionage, cutting-edge spy planes, and the brilliant minds who pushed the boundaries of technology. The Cold War is in full swing, and tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union are at an all-time high. The US desperately needed a way to spy on the Soviets, to see what was happening behind the Iron Curtain without getting caught. Traditional spy planes were too slow and flew too low, making them easy targets for Soviet defenses. President Eisenhower needed a game-changer, a plane that could fly higher and faster than anything before. This is where the legendary aircraft designer Kelly Johnson and his team at Lockheed Skunk Works come in. They were tasked with a seemingly impossible mission: build a high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft. To develop and test such a revolutionary plane, they needed a location that was completely off the grid, hidden from prying eyes, and far from civilization. In 1955, they found the perfect spot. It was a remote, dry lake bed in the Nevada desert, known as Groom Lake. It was adjacent to a nuclear testing site, which already had restricted airspace. It was the ideal hiding place in plain sight. They gave it a simple, uninspired name from the map grid: Area 51, and just like that, one of the most secret and talked about military bases in the world was born. The first major project at Area 51 was codenamed Project Aquatone, which led to the creation of the U-2 spy plane. This thing was a marvel of engineering. It could fly at over 70,000 feet, an altitude so high that commercial airliners and even most military jets of the time couldn't reach it. Now, here's where the UFO sightings really start to kick in. It must be from another world. But the U-2 was just the beginning. As technology advanced, so did the need for even more capable spy planes. The Soviets eventually developed missiles that could reach the U-2, as proven when pilot Francis Gary Powers was shot down in 1960. The US needed something that could fly not just higher, but faster, impossibly fast. Enter Project Oxcot. This was the program to develop the successor to the U-2, an aircraft that became the legendary A-12. The A-12 was a masterpiece of futuristic design and engineering. It looked like something straight out of a science fiction movie, with its sharp, stealthy angles and otherworldly shape. The plane's titanium body would reflect the sun in strange ways, creating dazzling, fiery light shows in the sky, especially at sunset. Its incredible speed made it look like it was appearing and disappearing in an instant. For anyone who caught a glimpse, it was an unidentified flying object in the truest sense. Again, the government had to deny, deflect, and debunk, which only added more fuel to the alien fire. when the F-117 was finally revealed to the public in 1988. Its strange, angular appearance shocked the world. For years, people living near Area 51 had been reporting sightings of silent, triangular craft moving strangely in the night sky, and for years, they were dismissed as fantasy. It turns out, they were telling the truth. They weren't seeing alien spacecraft. They were witnessing the birth of stealth technology. Another fascinating chapter in Area 51's history involves foreign technology evaluation. What does that mean? It means that whenever the US got its hands on Soviet aircraft, either through defections, secret deals, or recovery, they were brought to Area 51. Their expert pilots and engineers would take them apart, study them, and even fly them in mock dogfights against American planes. This gave US pilots a huge advantage, as they could learn the strengths and weaknesses of their enemy's hardware firsthand. Imagine being a pilot training at nearby Nellis Air Force Base, and suddenly seeing a top-secret American fighter jet in a dogfight with a Soviet MiG. So, for decades, the US government officially denied the existence of Area 51. It didn't appear on any public maps. If you asked about it, you got a stonewalled silence. This complete denial, combined with the genuine strange sights in the sky, created a perfect vacuum for conspiracy theories to flourish. The whole alien narrative really exploded into popular culture in 1989. However, investigators have found major inconsistencies in Lazar's story. From his claimed educational background at MIT and Caltech, the universities have no record of his scientific explanations, which many physicists have debunked. While his story is compelling, it lacks verifiable evidence. What is verifiable is the decades of top-secret, but very terrestrial, aircraft development. It wasn't until 2013 that the CIA, in response to a Freedom of Information Act request, officially acknowledged the existence and location of Area 51 for the first time. The declassified documents confirmed its purpose as a testing and training facility, specifically mentioning the U-2 and A-12 programs. Of course, the documents didn't mention anything about aliens or crashed saucers. So, is Area 51 just a normal military base now? Not at all. It remains one of the most secure and secret places on the planet. The work being done there today is just as classified as the U-2 was back in the 50s. We can only speculate, but it's likely the testing ground for the next generation of spy planes, drones, stealth technology, and directed energy weapons. The UFOs people see today are probably the secret prototypes of tomorrow's military aircraft. The real story of Area 51 is a testament to human ingenuity and the intense pressures of the Cold War. It's a story of brilliant engineers and brave test pilots who pushed the limits of what was thought possible, all under a necessary cloak of extreme secrecy. The alien myths, while entertaining, almost do a disservice to the incredible real-life achievements that took place there. The truth, in this case, is a story of espionage, innovation, and cutting-edge science that is, in its own way, just as mind-blowing as any tale of little green men. What do you think is being tested at Area 51 right now? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into real history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. See you next time.